my God, that was the first
That
time?
was the first kiss. Yeah, I was 20.
Let me tell you guys a story.
So I don't know why I said this.
Holy. After that night, Garthik was known as the vacuum. That's all I am going to say.
Why does this have to be the takeaway for this story? So hang on.
She's like, did you kiss someone? I was like, what? She said,
No.
the principal said you kissed someone. And I was like, yeah. She goes,
the door would still be closed and randomly it'd open and this thing would emerge. And his hair was just everywhere and he'd look like the most hobo looking dude. You'd look at him and be like,
bro,
"Good
Deeps'
morning."
followers are listening. They're like, F Garthik. We should have just made this episode about roasting Deeps.
That would have been a good idea. We could still turn it. I could just get rid of the first half of this episode. As if I had like a rough, itchy throat, I'm out. I'm not even coming in.
If you
I'm
just
out.
had the thought.
Yeah, I think
I
it
wonder
might be
if
itchy.
someone is sick. Oh, that must
I'm
be
out.
me.
Yeah. What's happening? Welcome back to another episode of Living the Dream. Now, unfortunately, today's a very sad day because Deeps isn't in, which means that we've probably lost 90% of our audience just within this first sentence. However, in today's episode, I deep dive with Ruvs, specifically on 4 categories: finances, content, lifestyle, and a random category that is submitted from most of the employees here at SP. And you find out some very unfiltered, uncut, weird, random, interesting, curious versions of, I suppose, these answers to some of these questions. So if you are interested, keep watching.
Living the dream, boys. Living the dream. Deeps, how you feeling? Oh, that's right. He's not here.
It cut to the other camera, but that's also not even recording right now. So it feels a bit lonely.
Yeah, it feels weird because this will be the first episode. It's just the two of us.
In the, 15 episodes we've
Yeah,
released?
I think we've had a really good run.
We did. Consistently.
Yeah, considering how busy our lives are.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to tell people why he's not here?
Well,
He got cut?
Well, I can't, basically. He's on an assignment. Yeah, he's on an assignment that requires his presence, not in Sydney.
Yes. So
And
he's not in
therefore-
Sydney.
He's not here. And I believe potentially the following week, you may not be here
Correct. Because I will also be
on an assignment.
on an assignment. You know what's going to be really interesting is now that we're doing, like, say it's just you and I, and the comments and the views go through the roof.
Oh, right, because none of Deeps' audience is watching this anymore.
No, of course not. They're at this point, they're like, Deep's not here. I'm not watching
I'm
this.
off, turning it
I'm not
off.
here for Garthik and
Yeah,
Rubs.
yeah.
So imagine if this is the episode that does really well, and then you sort of go, well, maybe Deeps is the problem. But equally, if next week I'm not here and then you guys have a podcast episode and it does really well.
So so let's do this. Let's just compare the stats
Okay.
for this
All
week's
right.
episode. And
Okay.
the episode, it could be the following week or
Or it could be the week after. Yep.
Because I've got stuff ready for Deeps' segment when that's going to happen.
I'm very much interested.
Yeah.
We'll see how this goes.
Okay, interesting. Well, call to action. Please like, please follow, please subscribe, do all of that because we need this episode to be really,
Yes,
really good.
please.
Now, whilst producing this episode or this content for today, I thought it would be a combination of like a deep dive in your life, but on 4 particular categories.
Okay.
So we've got finance, we've got content, we've got lifestyle, and then I've created an anonymous segment from SP, questions that people have asked you.
Okay.
Yeah, which
That's scary.
off air, I may tell you who asked you what. I may not, depending on what the questions are. Some I probably have to get rid of. Some I can ask you, and then you'd be like, "That's a weird question. Get rid of it in
Okay,
post."
all
Doesn't
right.
really matter. You can give a one-worded response. You can give an essay. Doesn't really matter. And I feel like if you think there is something to go into that you might find useful, or the audience might find useful, then just elaborate.
Okay.
And
Before we get onto that, I know that in the last episode we mentioned that we were going to do like how we're going to raise our kids episode. We're actually holding that back till Deeps is back, and then we're all 3 together.
And I'm
again.
so excited for that episode.
That's gonna be the best
because
episode.
For context, I spent my weekend in Newcastle with my nephews, and I got some inspiration from my brother-in-law and from my sister. So it'd be great to ask you guys in that context as to how you guys would do it.
Yeah, because they're actually living it. We're just hypothetically.
Yeah.
thinking.
Like you're the closest to it.
Yep.
And then there'll be Deeps, then it'll probably be me. So for me, it's like, okay, I've got some ideas as to what I could ask you, which is going to be interesting. But yes, I've held off. We'll do that when Deeps is in, which is
All right,
which
done.
is
Let's
exciting. Okay, so do you want to just choose out of the 4 categories? So there's finance, content, lifestyle, or the one from SP?
I reckon as in we're going to do all of them?
We're going to do all of them.
Okay,
And there's
we'll
about
go-
4 or 5 questions from
Let's go
each.
lifestyle first.
Okay, lifestyle first. There's 4 questions in lifestyle that
All
I've
right, cool.
managed to put together. Why do you think Monday blues exist? Or for people who only live on the weekend, and where do you think people got it wrong?
I used to have this. I think both of us had
Actually,
this.
yeah.
You
In
remember,
fact, probably all three of us. At
every
one point.
Sunday comes around, you knew it was like, bro, I got to go to work the next day. And the moment that changes, you know you're exactly where you need to be. Serena's in the room. She's probably going to lie. But do you look forward to Monday?
I didn't even want to take time off when I was sick because I went.
Oh, that's actually true. OG.
I give her a raise.
Yeah, so Serena had gone to a trip. Where'd you go? Thailand, maybe? Bali. You went to Bali, yeah. And so she comes back and she's like, oh, we do video call because on that day it was work from home. And she sounds so sick. Me, Dave, and Serena on the call. And then I was like, hey, so tomorrow, you just stay at home. She's like, no, I want to come. And I was like, bro, you're sick. So she comes and she only lasted a half day and then she just collapsed.
Even back in my corporate days, if I had like a rough, itchy throat, I'm out. I'm not even coming in.
If you just had the thought.
Yeah, I'm thinking
I
it
wonder
might be
if
itchy.
someone is sick. Oh, that must
I'm
be
out.
me.
Yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. So
That's like model student though, like model employee that wants to go out there and just kick ass. That's Serena, but we were not that. I know that Sundays came around and it was so depressing.
And are you talking because your first corporate job was Mars, wasn't it?
Mars Chocolate was my first corporate job.
Yeah.
I didn't really I've never really felt like, oh, I just don't want to work on a Monday.
I felt that.
Yeah. Well, tell me about your experience.
Well, I mean,
because you were in the corporate world for a lot longer than I was.
Yeah, because I had a few different jobs, I suppose, but all of it was a bit delayed because I was still trying to build the photography business. And so for that to go full time and then COVID had happened, mucked everything up.
Yep.
But I think for me, it was just a realization of I'm just doing something I don't like, right? And I think a lot of people could probably relate to that, right? Like you study a degree, that's fine, sure, because you think you might like it. And then when you actively go into work in that field, you're like, I don't like it. And by that point, you've committed 3 to 4 years of your life in that environment, chasing that potential dream job that you supposedly wanted. And now you come to Monday, you're living that dream, supposedly. And then you realize by Sunday you get depressed. Sunday morning comes around, I'm already feeling it.
Yeah. Well, I remember having moments on like a Saturday evening and you're like, this is the best. And then you're like, but tomorrow is Sunday. And so suddenly you're getting depressed. You'd get depressed earlier and earlier in the week. You get to Thursday, you're like, oh, I'm looking forward to Friday. But then Sunday comes around, oh, I'm back here again.
No, there was a point where I'm like, oh, it's Saturday night. I'm like, oh, but then it's Sunday morning the next morning. And then I'm like, oh, Saturday morning. But I'm like, oh, but Saturday night, I'm going to be thinking about Sunday. Yeah, so it start flowing on earlier.
It's negative. You got to find yourself a job
So then
you like.
what do you think people should do?
You got to find a job you like.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard because you go into your 20s and then suddenly you're doing it for 5-6 years and you go, I'm making good money. But if you don't like it, you're stuck because your lifestyle's probably increased as well.
Okay, appreciate it. Next question. Why do you think choosing the right partner is always going to be your biggest return on investment?
This is supposed to be your best friend. Like, if you get this wrong, you are completely effed.
You're effed.
Yep. And I now know because I've had a relationship before this and I know what it shouldn't look like. I've also seen people around me that are in relationships they shouldn't be in and some that are, that don't think that this can be any better. And it's like, this is the life. Because if that person is your best friend, nothing else matters. And you guys are on the same page.
You could have two scenarios play out, like a shit job, a shit sort of living situation, but the best person you could have married, right? Or you could have the best job, the best, career, education, whatever, the best income, best property investments, but the shittest partner. I guarantee you 9 times out of 10 people will probably go, well, I'd much rather have the best partner as opposed to, best world would be best of both worlds.
Yep.
But I've always thought about that's really something that would dictate the quality of life.
Well, think about it. Like, you got to live and breathe with this person. And I've seen it so many times when people come together and they're like, oh, cool, we're going to buy a property. And then they'll look at each other on the strategy session and they're like, no, I don't want to do this. And you're like, bruh. And we've also had people that have gone through the process that actually got divorced and separated during the process. That's cooked.
That's crazy. I remember the best quote that I heard on this topic about marriage and relationships was, marriage was essentially a 50-year-old conversation. And when I heard that, I'm like, can I imagine at the time my partner and I, before everything, like having a conversation for 50 years playing out? And I'm like, no, I can't. Wow. So why the F am I with this person? Yeah. And it was in that moment, I'm like, there's a problem, right? Because if you're supposed to live with this person for the rest of your life and you can't even like talk to them for couple of hours on end. I'm not saying you have to generate a 5-hour conversation on a daily, but at least talk about silly and serious things in the same span. If you can't even do that,
Could you do that with Harry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Everyone listening to that wouldn't have heard you say it, and they're also just listening, so they wouldn't have seen me look at you. So they're thinking I'm asking you, Karthik,
and
about Harry.
You could barely even, who's Harry? Yeah, I'm with a person called Harry. All right, interesting. Next question. What's one thing you need to do at least once a week or you'll go absolutely crazy?
Once a week?
Yep. At minimum, there is one thing in your life on a week to week basis that you must do, otherwise you will go crazy.
Well, I assume maybe like shower.
Okay, well that's probably the bare minimum. Let's go with this isn't anything to do with the essentials, right? So let's just take out taking care of yourself.
Okay, what would your one thing be?
Have a cheat meal.
Oh yeah, okay.
have a cheat
Yeah,
meal.
that's pretty good.
Have a cheat meal. Or probably work out. I'd need to get some physical activity
Oh, you
going.
should be doing that at least once a week.
Or-
Or rest from working out, because you're probably working out every day.
or not actively working 7 days. I feel like if I do
Oh
that,
yes, you need to reset.
you need 1 day of
Yeah,
or
all right,
half
I
a day
like
at
that.
least of something. Yeah, okay, cool. And lastly, where is your favorite place to go clothes shopping?
Clothes shopping, Uniqlo.
Anything else?
I think I'm getting better at it. So like, I've recently gotten into polo, and that's just
Polo.
yeah. And there's nothing else apart from the fact that I just like the material,
Yeah.
and I don't really care for the little sign and whatever, like the brand and whatnot. It just feels comfortable and it's quality. So I bought one thing, got one as a gift, and then found it was hectic. So I just go and get the same thing, but in 5 colors, and we're good.
I love that. All right, finance, content, and SP questionnaire remaining. What would you choose?
We'll go finance.
All right, let's go. Finance. What financial habit changed your life the most?
Realizing that saving your money was a waste of time.
What age do you reckon you realized that?
I realized this actually after I bought my first property. So I bought it at 21, and all I did was like for a few years straight out of high school, you're just saving and saving and saving. You're just working as hard, and you just see that number go up. Then you buy your first property, you lost all the money, and you're like, what the F was that? And it was the shittest feeling.
And you were...
I was 21.
And at that age, you find your typical people, going out traveling, spending money, and all of that, which is a very normal part of
But
life.
then all that money's gone. So you're like, I can't access it. So it forces you to go, okay, I'm going to rebuild again. And then you buy another property, and you're like, the F is this.
But you knew after buying your first, you were always going to buy a second.
Yep.
And how long between from the first to the second did you?
I was only 2 months.
Only 2 months?
Yeah, it was only 2 months because I had enough of a deposit to buy something in Sydney.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I could just buy 2 somewhere else. And obviously properties were a lot cheaper back then.
Of
So
course.
did the 2. And then what you realize, the next part to it is when you realize you can go on the holidays, you can get the cars, you can go out while still having the property. And then everything changed. I was like, wait, I can do everything. Most people got this wrong because they did it the wrong way. So that was mine. What about you?
Financial habit changed. Hanging around smart friends who knew their finances better than I did. Like I don't, and I credit this a lot to you boys, but I think if I wasn't hanging around the two of you boys, I would have stumbled across investing perhaps later down in life, or maybe in a different route, right? Maybe not real estate.
Yep.
And I think that conversation would have just been earlier. Like as it would have been later, sorry, if I didn't have the two of you guys. So for me, it's like, I was probably a little bit older than 21 for my first property. But I think if it wasn't for hanging around this is my answer to the habit. I think if it wasn't for hanging around smart friends, I probably would not have thought as proactively on real estate as I would
that's a
have,
good answer.
which is interesting. If you only had one finance related app for the rest of your life on your phone, what would it be?
Probably CBA.
Well, that's an
Depending on
answer.
how much money I have and how much the bank has.
Do you bank with CBA or like?
I've got a few different banks, but
different banks,
the main account is with CBA.
Combank.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, by that logic, it'd have to be in the banking app as well, which would also probably be CBA.
Yeah. I don't really have any finance. Do you have finance apps, Serena?
Where do you get all your finance news? Actually, all of your YouTube videos, when you make them, you obviously source inspiration from something that's going on, but you consume that information from somewhere else, I assume.
Yeah.
Do you subscribe to articles?
Well, I think my algorithm's like it's zoned in. I have like 5 or 6 places I look for just that information. I don't really watch the news.
Yeah.
So I just have to go to like
when was the last time you sat down on Channel 10 at 6 p.m. to watch the 6 o'clock
bro,
news?
we were loving life during the pandemic because you'd see every day Gladys come out. What does it come out at 11 o'clock and she'd be like, this is how many people died. And you're like, I don't know, I call cap. And
Yeah,
then
right.
suddenly it was going up, suddenly it was going down. Nobody knew what was happening.
Yeah, right.
And then at that point, I realized that this is probably not great for me.
Okay, fair point. But you consume your news to make content on just random stuff through algorithms
Yep.
and stuff you already.
And there's a
okay.
lot of stuff that like I'll go on a walk and I'll think about.
Yeah. Okay.
So a lot of the stuff that I'll make a video about is stuff that I'm trying to learn about myself
Mm.
or I'm thinking about. So I'm like, if I'm thinking it, someone else must be thinking
That's
it. So
fair.
I may as well make a video.
That's very fair. Right now, I think my algorithms are usually on fitness, spirituality,
And the
managing
Epstein files.
emotions, huh?
And the Epstein
And the
files.
Epstein files specifically.
That's pretty cooked, eh?
Yeah.
The latest I heard, because I'm not across it, even though I'm into conspiracies,
Yeah, go on.
is apparently still alive.
Well, that's one of them. That's one of
You
them.
reckon?
I read an article not too long ago that The Simpsons literally predicted or made an episode on it. You know, even introduced some concept of an island back in can't remember what season it was.
Well, it's
there's
like the
this-
reason why they created SpongeBob. You heard about this?
I heard about this. Yeah. And apparently, was it to do with the passport or the address of
Yeah.
SpongeBob where he lived?
Yeah.
If you Googled that, it's the same address as the Epstein Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cooked, man.
It's messed up. Yeah. But yeah, there could be a conspiracy that that he's alive, which is interesting. Okay, cool. Next one. What's the dumbest thing you've spent money on in your early 20s?
Dumbest thing. I feel like you always just end up learning. Must have been like an expensive gift I gave someone.
That wasn't even for you.
Yeah. It wasn't for me. Like, what am I going to spend it on?
I think like the dumbest.
What was the dumbest thing you did? You've
What?
probably done a lot of dumb stuff.
Nah, it's in the normal scope. Thank you very much.
What's
like
normal?
buying clothes online at ASOS because that's what you could do back in the
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Playing video games, I did that a lot. Fast food, sure. I wasn't into fitness at the time. Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
Yeah, but you're still getting something out of it.
Extremely dumb.
Yeah, it's not like
It's not stupid. No,
Life-changing.
no,
Yeah.
no. It's not like you're an idiot. You should fail in life. It wasn't that type. Yeah, it wasn't that type. All right, and lastly, could you build your property portfolio at the same speed or intensity that you did in your early 20s, but now?
if I started from scratch again.
Yeah, say I'm gonna challenge this. So say you knew everything that you knew.
Yep.
You don't have access to your current source of income,
Yep.
which would be SP. And yeah, how would you go about it?
I reckon I could do it faster.
Faster.
Yep.
Despite the current.
Like living at home.
Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, because I was living at home back then as
Yeah.
well.
So so you'd have to.
So if I was living at home now,
Yeah.
and I had the information that I have now, oh yeah, that'd be a
Wow.
really good challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like how to build your entire wealth.
Yeah, yeah. I think I
Faster.
could build it faster.
Yeah, really.
Because think about how much more, like, oh
Knowledge
my
and
God, like
information you have.
the amount of hunger you would have because you're like, I know what I want to get to. Because you know what the end goal looks like then. So you go, I know what the end goal looks like. I know exactly which steps to take. All I need to do is execute. And so if I know the game plan, then just go out there and just do everything you need to do to get to that point. Now, yes, properties are more expensive now and borrowing capacity is a bit weird, but oh my God. I honestly, I don't have that much energy though.
Okay. Fair point. All right. Interesting. Finance segment done. I'm going to take us to content now.
Okay.
I'll leave the SB stuff to last. I'm thinking content might be a bit more longer in response, but also relatable because at some point we all overlap in content. And I stand by this, even if people think, oh, well, no, I just do come get ready with me videos. No, that's still content. And people might not have a business associated idea with it, but it doesn't matter. You might have a personal brand associated with it. And marketing is still all about personal brand, and SP is all about personal brand as well for yourself. So first question. Okay. Are come getting ready with me fits silly at all? Or even when people are putting makeup on their face to get themselves ready. What are your general thoughts about that concept of come getting ready with me and, makeup application videos? Just
I think it's great. I think it's actually really hard to do that sort of content because if you think about it, compare that to like the type of content I would make. Now, one would go and argue that it's difficult to do what I do because they may not be interested in it. But bro, imagine like getting up and one video would take you all day of like documenting what you're wearing, where you're going, editing that, versus I just sit there and talk about nerdy stuff. Like that to me is a lot easier. And I know that Sandra actually tried doing it for a period of time and it was hard. So I have much respect for people that want to create content like that. But I also think self-awareness is key. So if you convince yourself that, yes, I'm now a content creator and I do X, Y, and Z, you do it for 6 months and you're getting no views. The market told you you're just shit. Like,
Is that because like they're getting no views? Either they're not doing it right. Maybe they have the talent. Maybe they're just not executing correctly.
I think with social media, like you're never going to figure it out. Like I've learned that now. Well, it's been 6 years now. on YouTube and making content, and there is no magic algorithm. There is no magic like formula. You just keep posting. You keep doing what you need to do. Yeah, you can get like granular with time to execute, but I just think it's consistency. And I've seen so many people come and go. They would like do it. They get really good momentum, and then something else comes around that's flashier, and they go, "Nah, I'm done. I'll go do that instead."
Could someone who is like a corporate lawyer, for instance, merge that, say, industry, or a psychologist with, say, like a come get ready with me video?
Yeah, why not?
And what do you think the misconception with that is? Because again, right, let's take your industry, right? You take YouTube and a desk, right? Like that's your platform. That's how you sort of operate.
Yep.
It's very structured. It's very repetitive in the sense of talking head video to the camera, right? What's the misconception associated with like why lawyers or psychologists, as an example, perhaps aren't looked at in the same light when you see come get ready with them? Why do people not consider that as a form of content?
I think it's like the industry they're in. It's like all these employers are so like backward in their thinking that they think, oh, if you're a lawyer, you're prestigious, you can't go out there and make videos and shit like that. Like, bro, you're a human. You've got interests other than just doing law. So you should be able to explore that. And I think that if more people from those industries actually switched over, imagine that. Like there's so many people that I follow that are in the professional services industry where most people probably shit on them, but they make so much more money and they're happier because they went and did something that was contrarian. So I don't think you need to just be a photographer or, in my case, like it's a boring industry, real estate and whatnot. Like apart from making flashy videos about houses, like to go out there and make get ready with me videos, it would be cool. You got a lot of attention.
My sister does it.
There you
What
go.
industry, Serena, what industry is your sister in?
She's in law.
Okay, and she does come get ready with me videos?
Yeah, as well as
Other styles of videos.
And she's killing it.
And she killing it. Interesting. I love that. Why do you think YouTube is always an underrated platform that everyone needs to utilize?
I think that it's the hardest to do. So if it's the hardest to do, generally, that's where you're going to get the best results. It's like when you go to the gym. Certain days you go to the gym and you'll be like, bro, I don't want to do legs.
I hate legs.
Yeah, well, okay. And the legs exercise probably going to be the one that gives you the best return on investment.
That's also true.
Point taken. Point made.
If you own a business or you're an influencer with a personal brand, what advice would you give someone to level up their social media that you always see people fall short on? I'm going to caveat by saying you can't, because you've said it before, you can't not be disciplined with consistency. So maybe not that, because that should be a given.
Yep.
That should be a given. So give me something else. I think you've got this habit or this eye that I think when you look at content, you somewhat analyze it, right? It's like how I look at a photo from a wedding photographer. My default trained habit now is to analyze the photo and go, why is this a good photo? What makes it not a good photo? People who aren't wedding photographers would just appreciate the photo for something that's nice. I would look at the lighting, the composition, the angle, the lens, the aperture, every little bit of detail. So you have a marketing degree. You did content for how many, 6-7 years now. What do you think is an undervalued way that people could say level up their content game that's not related to consistency or discipline?
Just pay for experience.
Pay for
So
experience.
if I started now, I would go and try and leverage someone who's been doing it for many more years than I have. So I can either do it for the next 6 years and figure it out, or I can just pay someone who's done it for 6 years and then learn those things. So I paid plenty of people, mentorships, courses, this, that, just to get further ahead. And I think a lot of people don't want to do that. Similar to like the buyer's agency. They're, I don't want to pay for someone. I can do this myself. Yeah, okay, good luck with it, because it's probably not going to work out. But if I have an opportunity to get there even faster, why wouldn't I take that? So that's my advice. Stay consistent and pay for the advice.
Okay. If, say, resources are scarce for some people and say they don't have the capacity to financially pay for content or to someone to step in and do content on their behalf or sort of aid in that respect, is there something else that you could perhaps think of that might give them like a bit of an edge when it comes to, building up their social media presence?
Well, so much is for free. So like if you have time, so it's like that, I think it's a triangle. It's like you can have, you might have too much time, but you don't have enough money. So if you have too much money, you probably don't have time. It's not a triangle. It's just one line spectrum.
Or energy. I think there was the
energy, yes, because you're young or you're old, right?
Old, yeah.
And so I think that if you don't have the money, you probably got a lot of time, which means you can go through and just learn from other people, and there's so much out there that you could learn from. If you have the money, you can do that. It's Hormozy says that the best investment is going to be the S&Me 500, not the S&P 500.
I love that.
So if you got $1,000,
I love that.
the $1,000 in shares, let's be real, you're not going to retire. You make 5% of that, you make $5. Like what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Actually, it's $50.
fair. That's fair.
Is it $50? $1,000? You get 5% is $50. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
But you're not going to retire on that. That's a whole year. You're making $1 a week, right? But if I
Yeah.
put the $1,000 into a course and then I can learn something myself, maybe I get a job that's going to pay me an extra $20,000,
That's actually
$30,000.
very fair. I've never looked at it from that perspective because everyone would have $1,000, but not everyone would put it into a course.
Correct.
But people go, oh, I'll put that into some trust fund or into some shares or into some stocks or crypto or whatever it is,
Yep.
because they believe that that would be a bit of a return on their
Yep.
investment, which I appreciate. Okay, interesting. All right. What's your biggest pet peeve or cringe moment whenever it comes on social media? So you're scrolling through and you've detected a pattern or you've seen something with someone's content.
Oh, I can tell you this. Oh, I hate when people are sitting there and they're like shitting on something in life. So there's someone always complaining, unless it's the itch bay guy. That guy's funny, right? Outside of him,
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to anyone else complain. And they're most likely complaining, oh, Jetstar's late and this and that.
So you're seeing a video of someone complaining of something else on social
Yeah,
media.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so this
like-
gives you pep. Right.
Yeah, I
continue.
don't like that.
Why? Why?
Because it's just sharing more negativity. Like, what are you going to do by making this video? You're calling out Jetstar. Firstly, Jetstar hasn't been canceling flights from like yesterday. They've been doing it from the time they came around.
that is true.
You paid for a $29 flight.
Mm.
What did you think was going to happen? In fact, it's cheaper to fly with Jetstar than it is to get an Uber to the airport.
That's also true.
So if they're going to miss a flight or two, you paid $29.
At this point, it's probably the person's fault, right? Like if you sort of preemptively go into a situation, and again, like this is caveat, it doesn't apply to everything, but if you're going into a situation preemptively knowing you're about to experience a negative outcome, then complain about it. That's on you. That's my opinion. That's
and
on
look, you can vent, but to make a video, to then go F this and like, but it's $21. You get what you pay for.
Okay, so your biggest pet peeve is when people vent on social media?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other ones are like fast food. Like, oh, I went to Macca's and they didn't put enough pickles. You made a video about that? What the F?
I think I've seen that a lot though. It's like they'll open up the packaging and they'll be like, what the F is this? And you look at it and you go, yeah, look, it is pretty bad. Fair enough. And that's a right to it. But
Not gonna lie, I feel like a McChicken burger now, but continue.
after the podcast. Okay, so interesting. I've never thought about that as what my pet
What
peeve.
would your pet peeve be?
My pet peeve on social media.
Someone talking about finance.
Sorry?
Ravi talking about finance.
No, I consume all of that shit. I'm just trying to think what my pet peeves are. I think, yeah, people spending time to negatively comment on someone's video is a bit annoying. Like to criticize, to hate comments. Yeah, it's like, it's sad. And Gary Vee talks about it a lot about it. It's like, that's where you deploy the most empathy because these guys haven't been taught right in life. For me, it's like, yeah, I hate when people have the time to go on and spend time just negatively spreading shit rather than positively spreading shit. So that's a bit frustrating. But I also hate, I think for me, it's when people duplicate word for word content. So there's actually people calling out people who go, so there's people who have made, say, videos on any industry you can think of, right? Let's just take your industry of finance and real estate. Say someone's an aspiring buyer's agency. There is literally people who would like take your video, put it through a transcriber, get the word transcript, word for word, say the exact same thing you're saying. So if
It's even like a personal story unique to the individual.
correct, yep. Our mate James Smith, right? He's literally the same. He said the exact same thing. He's like, he called out a dude who literally made a replica of his exact video, word for word. And, albeit to that guy, he obviously copped it. In my mind, I'm thinking he got publicity, albeit negative publicity, still publicity. But I hate that because it's like you've just lacked authenticity. You're lazy as shit. And it's really sad that you thought, I'm just going to literally copy this word for word and no one's going to actively notice.
Yeah. I think it's hard not to get inspired or influenced. So that's why I don't follow any other people in my industry. So I don't watch any of their videos.
Yeah.
But I've had people send me people's videos where they've copied the title and the thumbnail exactly the same as mine. I don't know. People are smart. They're going to figure it out. They're
I've
going to be like,
started
you're
doing
copying
this-
that dude.
I've started doing this thing, and I don't know if it's applicable, but on my photography page, I follow very limited people anyways as it is, but from the wedding photographers within my scene, I've muted all of them
Okay.
because I don't want to see their content because I don't care. And it's not to say I'm not supportive. I just genuinely don't care. I think probably one person that I'll see, which might be like, a close colleague of mine. But other than that, I literally just keep it muted because I don't.
Yeah, that's good, bro.
Yeah, just stay in my lane, do my own thing, and
it,
not
bro.
really worry too much about what other people are doing, which is really interesting. A last one for this content. What is your prediction with social media for 2030? Now, I look at you as one of those dudes who are like your Gary V's, like your Hormozis. Like you're pretty up there in my mind when it comes to
Thanks,
like,
bro.
yeah,
What a
100%.
sick guy.
Yeah, no,
For
got you.
fitness, my immaculate physique. Is that why?
That's exactly why. and so I reckon you have authority in this space, especially within content after doing it for so many years, to give a prediction. What do you reckon that you could see by, let's just say 2030, where social media will be at? Maybe a feature, maybe something that's going to be taken out, maybe a completely new platform, something that's integrated. What do you reckon 2030, 1st of Jan, where are you at?
Wow. So we're talking about 4 years from now. I'm just trying to think. Well, we'll go to you. Do you have any ideas?
I just think AI is going to be really bad
Yep.
because we're already struggling to predict
As in
real
really
from-
bad, as in
really
because it's
like
really
it's
good?
useful. It's so developed, but it's just going to be like indistinguishable between real and fake
Yep.
content.
Yep.
We're already struggling to see differences as it is.
Yep.
So I think it's just going to take over a lot. I obviously love AI because I use it a lot for work, but I think in everyday social media we'll probably see it embedded more discreetly than we realize. That's probably one.
I think there could be a version of you, like clones, making videos on repeat. There's going to be machines out there that are just pumping out content. I think that's going to happen. But I think that's going to be like short term is going to be like, yes, I can scale this. And then I think people are just going to look through the bullshit and go, I just want someone real and authentic. So I think maybe we get to this point where everyone's just going to be like, the winners are going to live stream everything. So it's like everything is live streaming. They don't want anything that's like, they
Delayed
want
and posted.
Yeah, correct. They want the raw and uncut version. So could we see a world in which everyone's streaming like iShow speed? Yeah, maybe.
Possibly.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah,
Not
possibly.
really. That'd be hard. Yeah.
It's too much effort
That'd be
and work
hard.
for you. Do you know,
Yeah.
on speaking of live stream, I was on YouTube literally last night. I was just browsing just before I go to bed. There's a live stream on Fitness First. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's a live stream video on Fitness First. It's just one of their cams.
Do they know they're being recorded?
It's by their own YouTube channel. So it's by their, yeah.
Yeah, but do the people that go there know?
That part I got no idea. I clicked on it thinking, what the F's this? And it's just,
Making them work out.
for 1 minute, it's just the one camera. It's in the top corner. And it's just,
Their CCTV.
yeah, and it's just literally people working out.
They hooked their CCTV up to live stream.
How many people were watching?
I can't remember. They had about a couple of thousand subscribers, yeah. Yeah.
I need to see this. So what location was it?
I don't know. So if you just go to YouTube and type in
Okay.
Fitness First live stream, let's see what comes up. Oh, yep, got one. Oh, live stream 19. Yeah, this is the one I watched. This is exactly the one that I watched.
Which one is it?
Anytime.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Wait, so how many people are viewing this thing?
I'm not
There's
too
no
sure.
one in that gym.
305 subscribers. Well,
Location is it at?
I'm not too sure, but when I fast forward it, so the first, someone's on the treadmill. Someone's literally.
Yeah, that's wild.
What's crazy is it goes from night till day so like check this out. So this is literally like where it starts off.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I'll scroll halfway through and then you just see like broad daylight.
Oh.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
But also, there's still no one in the gym.
Oh yeah, probs not. But yeah, random. So
Well, I
live
suppose
stream.
the benefit of that would be you could see if it's busy and then you could go.
that makes sense. But I've never not gone to the gym based on how busy it is. That's not me. But I know that people
Yes,
that
because you don't have a live stream.
yeah, true.
If you have a live stream,
The other prediction that I reckon is going to happen, which is already happening, is glasses, like augmentation, like that reality side of things.
okay.
Yeah, I think
I think there's always this thought like everyone's going to be disconnected because they're just going to be in their own little social media bubble and like no one cares about talking to real people. That could happen too.
it probably will.
I'm really keen for robots, by the way. I know Serena's against it, but I
you
would love
against
to have
it,
a
Serena?
robot, a couple of robots at home.
I remember.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. Interesting.
All right. Are we on to the SP questions?
All right, so no, we've got so we've done lifestyle, we've done content, we've done finance. Oh yeah, we're up to the SP questions.
Confuse me.
Okay, so these are all random questions that your staff have submitted.
Okay. Well, let's see.
I'll probably
I'll try and guess who's even sent it.
I don't think you probably will.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Go.
How did you come up with the name Search Property? And why Search Property? How and why?
Well, okay. I thought I was really creative. And I was like, look, everyone's going to search for property and then it's going to work really well for SEO. So I'm going to go search property.
Okay, do you have any do you have any shortlisted like top 2, 3?
Clearly not, because it sounds like the dumbest
So it
name.
was just Search Property,
It was it. That was it. That's what I'm going with.
not Buyers Agency Australia.
No, because think about it. I didn't have much time. I had basically I was going to run an event. It was at Ivy. And suddenly I have to now refund tickets because apparently the whole world is closing. That means I've only got 3 weeks to come up with a business and pivot. And I came up with that name.
And you knew you were going to be a buyer's agency how and when?
I knew like a year before. So I had done my real estate license and I was going to phase out over 2 years.
Yeah.
And I had all these weddings and stuff booked. So I was like, yeah, I'll just make money and then build this in the background.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic happened and I was like, cool, I'll sit at home and make videos.
All right, we'll go with that. Do you think there is a cost of living crisis?
Yeah, of course there is.
Okay, elaborate.
So people have their wages not increasing as much as it should be. Fun fact, the wages here actually increase a lot higher than the national average. And I
When
mean
you say
a
wages
lot
here-
higher, as in search property.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's making a shitload more now. It's costing me a lot, but it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, so if you have your wages growing at 2% and everything else grows at 5%, you are falling behind. So there's the cost of living crisis.
What time did you wake up?
Today was late. Today was 6:13.
Bruv, you're late. It's like I'm still in bed.
And I felt like the morning was so short. Usually it's like 5:30. And people will go, 45 minutes, not a big difference.
You've never been a late riser, hey?
No,
Because
no,
when I started coming over to Rubs and Deeps' places back when I was a teenager, Deeps was always the one. Whenever I'd walk through the door, he'd still be sleeping, and Rubs would be at the dining table, just sitting down, either having food in his hoodie with socks up to his mid knees, and he'd have his trackies tucked into his socks.
That still happens, bro.
There's a look, and it's a really concerning look. And you look at this guy, you go, "This guy is the face of Search Property." Yeah,
But you know what? I got married, bro. I just found someone who's weirder than me.
Fair point. And so every time I'd used to go over to their house, this is in Kempsey, I'd walk in and Deeps' door you'd pass before you'd get to the main lounge room. And I know it's closed, and if it's closed, I know Deeps is inside sleeping. And I'd be like, I could have a whole conversation with this guy, and in that time the door would still be closed, and randomly it'd open, and this thing would emerge. And his hair was just everywhere, and he'd look like the most hobo looking dude. You'd look at him and be like,
Bro,
"Good
Deeps'
morning."
followers are listening. They're like, F Karthik.
Yeah, but just giving them the raw uncut version.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
love that. We should have just made this episode about roasting Deeps.
That would have been a good idea. We could still turn it. I could just get rid of the first half of this episode. So yeah, I don't know why, but I've always seen Deeps has woken up late. He doesn't do that now anymore, though.
I don't know. I don't live with him. But it sounds like he doesn't get up late.
Well, I would imagine because he goes to bed on average, say 11 to midnight. That's generally what I think I know.
What time do you go to sleep and what time do you wake up?
I'm usually up by 8:30.
8 o'clock.
Yeah, 8:30. No,
Yeah.
come on, guys.
You get up really early. What time do you get up? What time?
What time? Oh, based on this.
Well, you went out yesterday, so maybe 7.
Wait, did you work out this morning? No. Oh, so 6? 6? Why?
What? Oh, the airport. Damn, you must be running on fumes, bro.
But you were running errands. What time would it be on a normal day? Yeah. Oh, shit. Even on a weekend?
Maybe like 6 or 7.
High
On
performer.
a weekend?
Yeah, you have to maximize the day.
Yeah, exactly.
What time do you go to bed?
Hopefully around 9 or 10.
Oh, no. See, that's my playtime.
Playtime.
Yeah, because last night I was watching Materialist, and I was like, oh, let's just...
Materialist.
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
that?
It's the chick from 50 Shades, Pedro Pascal, and the...
Oh,
And the Chris
that
Evans guy.
shit movie.
Yeah.
I hate that. Yeah, I got dragged into that.
You got dragged into it?
in the cinemas.
Oh, no.
You guys said?
What movie?
Said help?
No, I haven't watched
I really want to watch that. I really want to watch it. Yeah. I watched it because I'm like, I had the glasses on, so I was laying in bed. I was just like, just taking it easy. If anyone doesn't know the context, it's just there's this augmented glasses that I've got, and I put it
Do
on.
you do that when your
No.
girlfriend's around
I'm
as well?
I'm literally just.
You said you were great
She's on there with her glasses too.
Side by, hey, what you watching? No, this
do
one
it at
was
the
just
same
like
time.
this one was just like I just didn't want to sit on my couch,
Okay.
and so my next best thing was go to lay down on my bed, but I didn't want to hold up my hand, so then I put the glasses on.
Oh, nice.
I thought that was genius.
Do you pass out like when you're watching, or
Well, no, because it's in your face, and I'm not like you that just has a device on in the background and goes. Like I can't do that.
okay?
So you know how you put something on your
happens
bed,
every night.
bro. But you know it's gonna happen. Would you?
I know.
not?
I love it. It's the best. When
So-
you're just passing out and you're like, whoa.
So then you actually watch things in your bed to pass out. That's the end
well, not
goal.
all the time.
But no, you
because-
know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know. No, that's why I love that.
But then knowing that it's gonna happen, wouldn't you not just close it before like? it
Nah,
happens?
because then you don't know it's happening. Like sometimes you're watching and you're like, I was awake, but I'm asleep.
Do you realize how flawed this entire system is? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Bro, you do you, and I'm gonna do me.
That's fine. But I watched that movie. I don't know how we got into this question.
Okay, did you enjoy it?
No,
Yeah. Okay.
it wasn't anything great.
Yeah.
But I was like, why not? Where was I? What time did you wake up? That's how we started this. Yeah, I'm usually.
All
8,
right, we'll stick
8:30.
to the next.
I'm usually
question.
8 to 8:30. Anyways, moving on. When was the first time you kissed a girl?
Oh, so I actually got suspended from school because I kissed a girl.
I never knew this.
I was in year 6.
I never knew
Yeah,
this.
my mum had to come in, and yeah, she had to come pick me up. She spoke to the principal, and then, well, because apparently you're not supposed to kiss someone on the lips.
Was it
No.
consensual?
Yeah, of course. The
Of
F?
course. I don't
The
know.
F?
Then why would you have gotten suspended?
Well, apparently you're not supposed to kiss a person.
Was it on the lips or like
Yeah,
cheek?
but I told mum it was on the cheek because I bitched her hard.
So hang
She's
on.
like, "Did you kiss someone?" I was like, "What?" She said, "The
No.
principal said you kissed someone," and
No.
I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Where did you kiss him?" I was like, "On the cheek." And I reckon now, thinking back, she must have gone, "This guy's an idiot." Because why would? Yeah, obviously.
Wait, you guys,
Ah,
your
I feel
first
so
kiss was when
dumb.
you were like
I don't know. I was like 12.
how Serena, how old?
Not 12.
Yeah, what age? What age?
Definitely teenager.
Or 13.
Oh,
What about you?
I was at a club for my first kiss. It was a Vegas kiss.
Oh my god, that was the first
That
time.
was my first kiss. Yeah, I was 20.
Let me tell you guys a story.
So I don't know why I said this.
Holy.
Yeah, that was my first.
Set yourself up so
Yeah, but it was
Let's
like
just
I
put
was. I
let's
was
just put this on
young.
the record.
I was
That
young.
after that night, Garthik was known as the vacuum. That's all I am going to say.
Why does this have to be the takeaway for this story? I don't understand. Like this segment. Like, yeah, it was my first kiss, but I was drunk off my face. And I have her number still. I still have her number still.
Get
Yeah,
the
have a number
F
still.
outta
you
here.
should admit that.
Is it too much if I say I also have this person on Instagram still?
Actually?
Yeah,
Does
just
she still look the same way?
I
Do you
c-
remember what she looked like?
well, it's the first kiss. Do you not remember your first kiss? Hang on.
So
hang
wait,
on.
so
wait,
you follow her just to go remember.
I'm very sentimental like that.
It wasn't blackout.
I'm very sentimental like that. Yeah, like it's the first like kiss I've ever had. Yeah.
So you just
No, I don't message her. No,
check in.
no, I don't. no, I don't.
congratulations,
I'm like-
anniversary of our first kiss.
She unfollowed me. I still follow her.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
Say that out loud.
I don't care. I don't care. Hang on. This first person you ever kissed, right?
Yeah.
Year 6.
Yeah.
Do you remember her name?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember?
Follow this lady.
Do you remember what she looks like at that time?
Yeah,
Like,
she was like a blonde girl.
okay. Do you reckon she still lives in Sydney?
I don't know.
If you ever crossed paths with her, would you have ever said, "Hey, you were my first kiss"?
No.
Oh.
And also that
I
happened.
wouldn't either. I'm just saying I wouldn't either. I wouldn't.
You're
I
just saying
wouldn't.
I'm gonna follow her
No,
behind.
I just remembered that.
Followed me, but I'm gonna keep following.
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
just remembered.
effed.
I just hang on. I just remembered. Obviously, we're all together, right? And
Yeah.
like we're all traveling for dance. I was the youngest one under 21. Oh no, there was another friend of ours, Raj, but the Nuj, shout out to him. But I was 20 at the time, so obviously not legal to be in a club. I found some chick. I used Deeps' other ID.
Was he there too?
He was. He had 2 IDs.
Yeah, but how did they let 2
Well, we did it so like he was at the front and then he was like 20 people
But
back.
Deeps had 2 IDs. He got one renewed, so he gave me his old one. He's like, man, it's the best we got. I was like, all right, let's give it a whirl.
But it worked because like
It
racism.
worked. Yeah, and then I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, and so then
So you're going through why and how it all happened. We're gonna have a deep dive into Vegas because that is you know what? It was actually 11 years ago now. because I got a message on Facebook, like a
serious?
reminder. It was
Oh.
11 years ago.
Yeah, wow.
But also, let's go back to how you're still following this chick. So
No,
you
so
still follow her.
Yeah, hang on. So at the time, obviously we walked up and just made out on the dance floor or whatever. It was great and stuff. And then what happened was, oh no, we exchanged like Instagram, and then that was it. And I never got rid of it. I just
11 years ago.
And you still follow her.
I don't, but it's not intentional. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go and just see what she's
When's
doing.
the last time you saw her profile?
I don't know, like whenever. Not yesterday. No, I was like, if I scroll and like randomly as you do.
Do you like her stuff too?
No, don't do any of that. Never. I swear to God. I swear to God. I don't do any of that. stuff.
Holy shit.
She's just there.
You must unfollow her.
Yeah,
Okay, hang on.
you have to.
How old were you when you had your first kiss?
Probably like 15 or 16.
Who was it?
I don't follow them on Instagram.
Okay. All right. Must just be me.
I didn't even
then.
have Instagram back then. But if I did, I definitely wouldn't be following
I
him.
probably shouldn't be talking about this. This is probably not a good idea. Anyways, moving on. But yeah, that was. I don't know. How do we get onto this? What the first time? When was the
kissed
first time
someone.
you kissed a girl?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Do you know when Deeps' first time he kissed a girl was?
No idea.
Just for our Deeps listeners, in case they're interested.
They are.
There. All right. Next question. What size shoe are you?
I think it's 10. 10 and a
Yeah.
half, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, but US or UK?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Because I'm a 10.
Oh, we'll be the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be. All right. No worries.
You thought I'd be bigger. Why?
Does
You
I
dirty
didn't
dog.
say anything.
You dirty dog.
Didn't say anything.
You know what they say
I
about
didn't
big
say
feet?
anything. Big shoes?
Yeah.
This next question's pretty cool. If you could have 5 liquids come out of your fingers,
What?
I hate that visually.
Bro, who's asking this?
I think I don't want to dob this person in. Huh?
Go.
No, I don't think it was that
Go,
person. I think
go.
it was, no,
Okay.
it was,
Go,
oh,
go,
yeah,
go.
it actually was.
Okay,
If you could have 5 liquids come out
liquids.
of your fingers,
Yep.
what 5 would it be?
Oh.
I don't know. Like,
By default, the first one should be water.
oh, water. Yeah, I was going to say Coca-Cola.
All right,
Because
water.
an instant, like,
Yeah. So water.
protein shake.
Hang on. So water, Coca-Cola.
Waste one on protein shake.
Well, what else am I going to have? I got 2 more. Oh,
Liquid.
I didn't know that
oh,
was
I didn't know.
allowed.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I thought this is we had to consume it.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, no one did it. I just thought. I assumed.
I assumed as well.
Protein shake.
Yeah, I just assumed that you had to
Liquid gold. That I
Okay.
just need one. Liquid gold.
If it's any liquids,
Yeah.
any liquids.
I choose liquid gold.
Okay,
Okay.
well you got.
What
4
would you
more
choose?
left.
What would you
Okay, so
choose?
water. Yeah, liquid gold, Coca-Cola. I want. Huh?
Piss?
I want detergent, so I can clean things as I go. Detergent's liquid, so it's like when.
What about that?
No, that isn't that all practical.
I'd just go grab the bottle.
But you don't
Well,
have
he doesn't
to.
have to.
You don't have to. It's out of your finger now. Yeah. And then one more. Oh, like coffee.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
coffee.
that's pretty good.
Any amendments to your 5?
No, I got liquid gold.
Did you even do 5?
You
No, I
just
got
stopped at
liquid gold. I realized that you can't trump it.
Liquid gold it is. All right. The next one's really interesting. Which position at SP would you be?
That could have gone down so differently. Which position?
What's funny is even when I was reiterating that question, this person's like, if you had just stopped at which position, I'd be like, pause. All right. Which position at SP would you be the best at doing if you had to choose one role?
So if I wasn't doing my current role,
Correct. Say somebody else was Ravi and you're an employee at SP. Which position within this company would you be the best at doing?
I'd probably work in marketing.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoy it the most. I'll be in Serena's team.
Okay. Very nice.
What about you?
Well, I'm in my role of content.
You are in the marketing.
Yeah, but if you weren't doing this role, which other
like I
role?
said, sales.
Yeah,
We
okay.
had this talk
Yeah,
conversation
yeah.
before. Like I enjoy selling stuff. If you didn't live in Sydney, Australia, which other country would you live in?
Oof. I don't think I could live anywhere apart from Sydney, but if I had to do within Australia,
No.
oh, it has to be external to Australia? Oh my
Because then you would have
God.
done, this person said you would have just chosen Melbourne or Brisbane.
Yeah,
or
I would have said Gold Coast. I don't know, Singapore.
That's good.
Yeah. Or Bali. We'd go to Bali.
I'd feel like Singapore would be the most central because then you can fly anywhere, right? Like that'd probably
Correct.
be great.
I would want to do Dubai, but like it's too far.
I know. I think New Zealand would be pretty, but it's just like so far out from everybody else, and New Zealand's just a small, like country.
Apparently, it's going to be the safest country if there was a world war.
I heard about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most bunkers exist within New Zealand, which is interesting.
Matthew probably have one at his house.
I'm not having a bunker.
Or is he? Were you good at anything athletically?
I was actually really good at long distance running, but that is also so fun fact. But I did a DNA test.
I don't believe you.
I did a DNA test, and it came back 3% African. So long distance running, yeah, I made it to like what's the one at state cross country? Yeah, I was just like really long and just and just keep running.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if the 3% African helps, but
Yeah, right. Who was your favorite family member apart from your wife?
my favorite family member,
Apart from your wife?
I'd have to say Deebs.
That's what I thought you would say. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I
What
thought
about
you would
you?
say. Oh, I don't have a wife. So, my sister? So, my sister?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That makes sense. Have you ever done hard drugs or party drugs?
Never.
And again, another drug-related question. Do you believe in legalizing? Oh, I'm sure you can
They're
figure
all
it out.
asking about drugs. They're
Yeah.
trying to think about how I think.
Do you believe in legalizing marijuana?
No,
Yeah.
I'm anti-drugs, bruvs. I don't like that shit.
You
I've
know-
always been scared, right? So I've always been scared that if I took something and it changes up my chemicals in my brain, I might become dumb. And then I lose everything.
But
So
I'm-
for the little moment of like happiness or whatever people experience, I'm like, why would I change that? I'm living my best life. What am I escaping from?
But I know my algorithm is very interesting.
Okay.
And I know that there are certain drugs that like, I don't know, amplify your existing senses.
Yep.
Right. And there are also spiritual things that happen in that context as well. Like some chemicals released that helps you to concentrate in some
Or
area.
some like limitless shit.
Yeah, one of those types.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd be open to one of those.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, once you go from the norm, right, you experience it once, you're going to go, I want to experience it again. And then that becomes the baseline. And then also, once you go one way too far, you have to recover the other way. Think about alcohol, right? So you go and have a big night. Feels great in the moment, but then you have the hangover afterwards.
I hate that
So
feeling.
you go away from baseline. So if you go really high, you're always going to have a really low.
Yeah, I've never really enjoyed the aftermath. Who does?
Well, who does, bro?
Yeah, who does? But no, but it's knowing
They didn't
it's
even
knowing
enjoy the
But
baseline.
it's knowing the aftermath is going to happen that people still disregard that and go, I'm still going to drink anyways.
Because they would rather that feeling.
Yeah. Bro, it's the Saturday night versus Sunday night.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like that feeling.
There you go.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, to each their own. Like if it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
I don't think it works for anybody. But anyways. Yeah, you get used to it. It's like, oh, I'm going to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pop some pills.
Yeah, I don't know. If there is some natural tablet, like a natural one, you know,
Hey, yeah, bro, if you want to do drugs, bro.
I don't want to do drugs. Like you know how there's like
You're not going to convince me.
you know how there's like fish oil and stuff, but like
Bro.
a super performing fish oil, like or a super performing magnesium tablet, or a super performing like iron tablet. I wish you could just take a tablet that has everything maxed out, like everything,
Everything.
vitamin D, everything maxed out.
Okay, and then what?
You just get one tablet for everything. I'm surprised I haven't like built that out yet.
Imagine how big the tablet would be.
Oh,
It'd be like a cake.
a golf ball just swallowing that. You can say
Yeah, you'd love that.
no, I'm good. But yeah, that's all the questions we had. What are your thoughts?
Love it. Okay. Well, I'm
Bit
really interested to know who's asking the drug questions around here.
Do we have a drug
A
test
drug policy? Yeah,
At
there
S-
is. Not a drug test policy, but we should introduce that.
Oh, I was thinking of Suits. They
Yeah,
have one
same,
Every
same.
now and then.
Lewis
yeah.
Lit.
Yeah,
Bam.
Lewis Lit. Yeah, drug test policy.
That was good. I liked it.
Yeah, so
I,
three
I,
different
I do
categories.
say that I missed Deeps, but then we also had Serena. But Serena didn't want to be on the mic. So
I don't know
that's
why you
lame.
didn't want to be on the mic.
Get me either. Too late.
Next week.
Sum up.